Morning. So, got the van running. I took it for a bit of a spin, but I'm telling you right now, just way too many red lights. I'm telling you guys, I was red light after red light after red light after red light. That's not a good way to charge the battery. Good way to waste gas. So, I just decided I'm just gonna park here for a few minutes, and I'm gonna figure something out in here. So there might be a little bit of a change in plans in here. Remember originally I was thinking of someone's smoking. Who doing that? Anyways, so remember my original plan, okay, was to make a little bit of a wood station, right? I'm not sure how much that's going to work. Like after this wood is gone, which won't be for a while, but I've also got the other wood too, and I'm not sure if making the filming station is going to be a very good idea for over here. I think, you know, I've got a hockey bag full of stuff, right? I think if I took the sleeping bag out, put the sleeping bag on the bed platform, is going to make a massive difference, like to empty the bag a bit, right? So, and yeah, I know I'm by the building here. It's just, you know, I got a call that came in. I still have to go upstairs, but I have to start cleaning this up. You know, I'm just, when you're doing it all yourself with all this, man, it's a hell of a lot of work, man. And, you know, as a lot of you guys know, I've gone through, in case there's some of you guys who weren't a part of my video before, I got this van 4 years ago to keep me off the streets. And it's because my last van went kaput as there was rust right through the cooling area, the spark plugs and everything. They were working harder than what they should be. So the offer was either this one here or Chevy Uplander. Well, this one got chosen, and wasn't my decision, but it was chosen. And I went through right up until about I guess 6 weeks now, where I was doing nothing but repair after repair after repair after repair, and this van was a repair gong show. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say, why didn't you just go out there and get another van? It's because the cost of what is this thing doing? Guys, the cost of repairs and for the parts that I got for it, okay, still costed less than going out there and buying another van, right? So as a result, I've kept this one going. It was gifted kind of thing, so it was just wasn't really gifted. It was just basically to say it's either I take this van or I'm down at crap park kind of thing, right? So the cost of living out here is just astronomically insane. I've talked to people all the time on the internet where they're planning on leaving the lower mainland because of the costs out here. Like the average one bedroom is $27.50 out here now, right? I know some people will beg to differ with it, but you know, people have their own experiences, right? So so what I'm going to be doing today is I'm thinking about you know, trying to see what I need and don't need tool wise. And that's the tough part, because if you're in the back countries, you got to be able to do your own repairs, right? Or I keep all the tools, because basically you could say all the tools are down here right now, okay? Or I could just try and figure things out in here, put them in a certain spot, underneath the bed, of course, and wait until I need them. Like, it really, when I was driving around, it didn't feel that bad, right? But this is a situation where this is a test drive, okay? Because what I might have to do is I might have to unscrew from down here, right, on the other side, of course, right? And then you see how this is here? I might have to, on the other side, use those brackets that I bought, where I can make the bed go like this, okay? So I might have to do that, and then bracket in the bottom leg, so that way I get full access to everything. I'm still contemplating that. I just wanted to get the bed in here to see what it would look like, right? So, but each part there for the legs, okay, there's two screws to each leg, so there would be six coming out. I'm just wondering if I should go that direction, so that way I can lift it up and then, you know, do whatever I got to do to get the tools. Because right now, I can tell you right now, because it's only roughly 10 inches high, it's going to be a real pain in the ass if I'm in, for example, the backcountries, right? We're going on a road trip and all of a sudden something happens and I can get the part, but the labor is one thing, right? Or is it something I can personally fix myself, like a hose or something like that, for a hose clamp, and you see what I'm saying there? That's why having the tools could be essential. Or if you run into, you're driving down a gravel road and all of a sudden you run into a fallen tree, well, a circular saw comes in handy, right? Or if you can get what is it called, a bandsaw or whatever it is. Anyways, so you know, that kind of stuff comes in handy for the backcountry just in case if you get stopped or whatever. So I know a lot of people that are using them, so I might still have to invest in that, right? I didn't have to go for the jigsaw because I obviously figured it out, and actually my cutting was really close on those legs. I'm very surprised by that. I'm looking at them right now, like, did I really make it that straight? And I did. So, and I'm proud of myself for that. So yeah, so that's gonna be another project if it comes down. So right now my goal is to try and get as much underneath the bed as possible. And one of the things I've been contemplating, okay, because the bag I got upstairs, okay, has a whole whack load of face cloths and stuff like that. So basically it's like, for most of it is for a bathroom. And but the big part that has taken up a lot of space in there clearly is the sleeping bag, right? So I'm just wondering if I should bring that down here, because it's not being used right now, right? So let's see here. This is the basic tool stuff that I've been using, right? So and there's one here with bearings in it and a whole whack. Oh, that's the screws. This is the, yeah, different size screws that I need. So maybe I'll put that in that bag there, and I got another bag over on the other side too. Trying to get it all organized in one spot, right? So it's, you know, because you see the way it's been working for me is I'm doing something comes up, I get sidetracked and I start doing something else, right? So it's just the way my head works, right? So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about going after those bags are under there, because I got the tire repair kit and a whole bunch of other stuff in there, which can be, you know, there's a circuit tester, you know, just in case if I have to hook it up and see, you know, if there's an error code, which there hasn't been any for a long time now. So, and I'm honestly, guys, I'm happy with the progress I've made to learn. It's been a long road, okay? It's been a long road, but it's also been a very massive, long learning experience. And it's been frustration from hell, I'll be honest with you. However, it's also, you know, I'm also just, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to keep on repeating myself. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and clean up a little bit in here and see whether or not I could do some kind of alteration in here. I don't know if these bearings are even needed, to be honest with you. They were cheap bearings too, but they're good. They're the back bearings, ones that I thought I was going to need until I found out that I don't. The van, however, will be going in for at least one more inspection before we do hit the road, just to make sure that, you know, everything is good, hoses are good and everything. Because it's just the logical thing to do is to look after the rig, right? So let's see here. Ah, what the hell? Oh no, I didn't do that, did I? Yeah, I did. Shoot. Okay. So I'm gonna try and find my gloves, and I got a little bit of cleanup to do in here now. So, so yeah, I gotta try and figure out where things are gonna go. Like I've only been on this build for what, 2 weeks, right? And I'm honestly, I'm tired. I really am tired with everything that's going on in my personal life. Okay, and behind the scenes, I got the wedding coming up, got my mom's health, I got my own health, which, you know, from the test results, you guys, the doctor never did call, so that's normally a good sign, right? So, get over there, you rug rat. There we go. Hey, there's a screw. These are the kind of screws I've been using for the brackets underneath, right? So put that in that bag there. My original plan, okay, which, like I said, if I do use those brackets, the plan was to put my clothing underneath. But right now, if I was to just put like underneath here, like I opened up a lot of space down there, right? But none of the bags I have would fit under there, so I have to figure something else out. I have a knapsack too, but I want to use that for camping, right? So I'm trying to figure out right now how much of the tools I could fit near the back, kind of thing. So my brain keeps on saying to do one thing, but then if I do that, it corrupts another spot, right? So. See, I even got, yeah, so I got a whole whack load of wood in here, man. Like, I was actually making this thing here, okay, I was going to try and make a wood station to be back there, you know, and I still could do that to get all that wood out of the other spot, right? Because if I start buying dry goods, come on. Really? Wow. So if I start buying dry goods, they're going to have to go in there, right? So, so yeah, I'm still contemplating that. So I'm just trying to figure out where I can put what. See, I've had a few people, okay, actually come up to me and say, you know, if the vehicle's mechanically sound right now, there's no point really of keeping every single tool possible. They think that I should keep my air compressor here for the tires. This is for the jumper, but the thing is that, you know, that's just for emergency purposes because I've got the booster, right? Of course, I got some power tools. I got these bits here, which did come in handy. I just bought this recently. You know, and then there's all these power tools here. Clearly, that would have to be rearranged. There are some tools in there which I do not use. I've never used. They're not powerful enough to do anything except for maybe home-based stuff. For example, like, you know, if you buy something from, like, you know, an IKEA or something like that, then they're good, right? So, but that's why I have to go through that. I have to, you know, I'm thinking about getting a bin, coming down here, and seriously going through these bags all over again to see exactly what's needed. Like, the other bags that are in here actually have stuff that can be needed eventually. So, but so you guys see what I'm saying here? That's why this kind of stuff needs a through. Throw the crap up there, and then everything that goes under here can be for cooking and clothing, right? This way, you know, I would be saying, you know, to hell with the gig industry because there's no money in it, right? So that's why it becomes imperative to have something like that. So, but I do have some cleaning up to do in here. I got a whole bunch of mats from a guy that is nearby. So those mats are actually going to go up in the front to try and see whether or not I could hide the surface that I've been stepping on for the last couple of years. Here's my gloves. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do about this wood. Am I just going to chop it up and use it for firewood or what? So All right, so I got some work to do here. Got some cleanup to do here. And I also have to buy a light thing for my dash because when in about a week and a half's time when I go to my son's wedding, I don't know what time I'm going to be bringing my mom back from it because, you know, grandson's wedding, right? So I'm going to have to find a way of lighting up that dash. So, okay, let's get this figured out. That was weird. I just seen a parade of police of, yeah, ghost cars and everything go towards the Metrotown area. Wonder what was going on there. Anyways, so I took 2 of those mats I told you about and I placed them down here. So that way, you know, at the moment I did, you know, because I'm the only one that's stepping in here anyway, right? So it's no big deal. So, so I've done that, and what I'm also been starting to do is I got a bag there. Yeah, I broke one of the plastic containers because it was already broken anyway. And I'm starting to clear out one of my bags, and there's stuff in here which, personally, I really think I should put into a tool bag, kind of like this one here. But even though it's all bits. And then get rid of that container. It's just a thought. Then I thought to myself, how often am I going to need those ones, you know, like, what am I going to need in here? I've had it for years, and none of this stuff has ever been used. So the reason why I got it is it came as part of a package when I got all my power tools, right? So, but little did I know that the Ryobi bag that I got was going to get destroyed, and I'm not going to get into how it happened, but it got destroyed. So I'm trying to figure out how I can gently put all this stuff in, but I really am heavily considering option number 2 with this bed to make it open up so I can get things out. It might be actually make it a lot easier for me to get access, and then when you sleep on top of it, what difference does it make, right? So, and then I got to figure out this stuff here. A lot of you guys who have been around my channel know I repeat myself a lot until I can get things figured out. I'm not the best brain-wise, okay? So, you know, it's when you go through what I've been through in the last number of years, and you get a lot of people that used to be in your life, or even you got other people that are partially in your life, or people that are in your life, and constantly putting you down, and you know, and trying to push you to do something, and it gets to the point to where there's a certain saying I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. So these are scrubbies. So I'm going to put those in with power tools, why not? So put this sucker over here for now. So yeah, so I got a little bit of work in here to do to figure things out. Really, you know, if I can get this organized, those ramps I don't think will be coming with me. You know, unless I had the thule going to, like, yeah, see, that's another thing is too, okay? Because I've got, you know, if I was to have a thule up here, okay, and then ramps, where would my solar panel go? Right? So I have to make a decision. Ramps or solar? There's a very high chance I'll probably go with the solar, right? But I don't know. See, that's what I mean. Like, I got too much stuff as it is, okay? And I admit it, I do. That's why I'm trying to figure out what I can get underneath the bed, and anything that can't come in here, I'm gonna have to simple fact keep it in a certain spot, and we'll see what the future holds. So, okay, so I got to continue on with this and see what I'm going to do. Yeah, so once again, I forgot I glued the parts together, so doing that, the lid thing ain't gonna happen. So right now what I've done is I've re-bracketed down here. My glue actually seems to have been solidified, so I'm gonna have to get more glue and make sure everything gets solid in there. I just chopped up some wood down there, right? It's the bad wood, right? So in there it's gonna stay as the firewood for now. You know, I don't have any dry goods to worry about anyway, right? And if I could find, you know, a way of making the little box, then I'll do it, right? But the likelihood is in the future, you know, I might just buy the wood. So I might not even worry about putting it here. What I'm actually heavily contemplating is if I cannot get my clothes underneath, I'm just going to put them at the side. If people don't like it, oh well. You know, they don't have to look at it. It's the way I look at it. So, but I know there's also pull-out containers as well, where people do buy them. I was watching, her name's Chloe. Anyways, she's up in, I think she's up in the Yukon, Alaska area, and she's got all these pull-out drawers where there's like no weight in that van whatsoever, right? I like that idea, and honestly, I would actually put a clothes drawer right here. I really would. But unfortunately, here in Canada, getting that stuff like that is not exactly cheap anymore. So anyways, what you guys see here, okay, right now as it stands, besides for a little bit of the mess, okay, this is how originally I wanted the van, but like I said, the lid, I wanted to go up and down. I screwed up. I have no intentions of trying to take that apart now. It's too time consuming. All right, so the cook station's there, right? And right now that's where the firewood is. Okay, I'm actually considering, you know, turning that into the dry goods, bread, macaroni, you know, stuff like that you get at the store, canned goods and stuff, right? And then I might try and get a little container for, like, you know, a can opener or something like that. So, and then of course, you know, you get the good old bed here, and you get all of this foot space here. So this was actually my original plan. I'll be honest with you guys now, right? Now I have to figure out how to get those power tools under here. So I'm contemplating putting them right up the middle. And then the clothing wise, I will go figure. I could bring the hockey bag down, and I could use the trifold, okay, which I have to bring that down too, okay, and put them both on here, right, and see how that goes, right. There's gonna be more than enough space now that it's been lowered, right. So, and then those two mats right there, I'm gonna get back to my buddy. They're too small. They only come up to about here. Right, so and then the rest of this wood, I don't know what to do with it, so I'm gonna want ideas from you guys of what to do with that. Like I said, if I was to go camping or anything like that, okay, my goal will be to probably buy the wood, because I'm gonna be on the road, right? And then if I find out that I can get wood anywhere, then I'll just do it that way. I'll just grab the scraps, right? So hello, how are you? Guy's from Iran, and he's Persian, one of the nicest guys around. So now what I'm going to do is because the van is still a little bit on the unsturdy side, I'm going to try and find some brackets if I have any left. And if I don't, I still have to buy glue anyway, so I might just go out and buy some brackets, buy more glue, and call it a time on this. You know, there's stuff in the front seat too, which is my Uber or my DoorDash stuff. I'm still with Uber. Okay, so there's little pockets in here which I have to be cleaned out anyway too. Like the side door down there has stuff in there from years ago. I got to clean that out. I got to clean out the one on the side over here, because that's gonna be a little bit of pocket space for stuff too, right? And then on the pockets of the doors too, the front doors, I have to figure out what's in there, what I don't need, clean that out, and put other stuff in there too, right? So so these tools here, okay, I'm actually contemplating putting in with those tools there. That way they'll just be right here at the back if I need them. So otherwise, yeah, just a little bit of cleaning up to do and we're good to go. So yeah, I got weeks to go. I rushed it, but you know what? I wanted to get it done and over with. So so yes, ideas about this wood here. Think I should just chop it up and have it for firewood. Even though I paid for it, but I don't see anything else where this wood can go. These jack stands are going to have to be stored. I'm going to be removing all those bags there, the Walmart bags, to figure out what's in there and see what is needed. I think it's all bags. My mom could use those because she likes to go to Walmart. And clear that out. That little black thing over there. Okay, this thing here is the oil, is the filter. So that's gonna have to be stored. The ramps. I think from now on everything is going to be done professionally to get, like, you know, oil changes and stuff like that done, because I don't want anyone to really be complaining about me anymore. So I'm gonna have to start paying for it. Before we go on the road trip, I think it's gonna get done. It's only gonna cost me about 35 bucks, right? So we'll get that done. And then of course that small hose I gotta figure out too. Some girl is right across the street and smacked the guy's butt. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I just got to clean up the floor, clean up that stuff there. This part here is going to be, I have to get a saw for one of my tools and cut a spot in here somewhere, right? And then I think with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one board there and I'm going to saw up part of it, right, to where it's going to slide into there and be glued in there. So, and that way that can be a streaming station too, because I'm quite sure this will fit, right? So it goes up that high, so I'm going to want it to probably be about here, right? So okay, I see where it has to go. All right, so yeah, so that's a little bit of work to do. So I'll have to find a saw for that tool if I could find one. My hockey sticks are behind here. Of course, this is my big tripod, right? So I think I'm just going to leave that there. So a little bit of cleaning up here to do. So, and if I could find those brackets, where the hell did I put those brackets? So what I've been doing behind the scenes here is I've been putting brackets back down here. I'm still yet to do this one here. So I got to do this one next. I forgot about that. But otherwise, I've been bracketing along here, right? So just solidifying it, you know. The next thing I'm going to have to do is probably, like I said, I'm going to have to get some glue. And because the one I got solidified somehow. It got all gelled up. So, so I'm thinking about doing that. And then when I see my buddy, I'm going to give him back those mats. And so, like I said, the other thing I got to figure out too is all these boards here, what to do, because you know it's good wood. It really is. Dang. Otherwise, you can pretty much say that unless there's anything else to add in here besides for my clothing, actually this bag here might actually still be able to go down there, or oh no, there's already a bag down there. See, I kind of messed up, right? Because I was going to try and put two beside each other, and but you know, I could probably still manage that somehow. Like I said, I'm not afraid to put my clothing on the side here if I need to, you know. And I will be doing constant repeats for anybody who asks. Okay, so you got to bear with me. That's the way my thinking process is. So, so what I'm gonna do is I don't even know what time it is. $12:20. Okay, so I have to go to make sure my mom had some lunch. So, and later on, a lot of the stuff here that you see outside is gonna be cleaned up, and this is gonna be cleaned up. It's gonna be going up to my mom's place. I'm gonna clean the bags and let her have them. Yeah. So the only thing that will be remaining is might as well just get it done now. Dirty wood. And these books here, I'm not sure where those are going to go, so I'll leave those for now. So yeah, these two will be gone. Those will be gone. A lot of this stuff will be going to be stored for a while. It looks like this cedar block is going to be chopped up more to become firewood. You guys, I'm trying to do everything like this to give myself motivation, right? But I also have to be careful because with me doing this within a short period of time, okay? Now, I've got, today's what, the 25th or 26th or something like that. And so the wedding's not for another week and a half, right? So I have to be able to figure something out. Like, I'm going to be going to the store today too. Right, I'm going to try and check out the lights to see if I can find one that I can put on that stand over there. So when I'm doing my live streams or whatever, then I'm bad for saying whatever and everything, guys. It's just the way I am. So I'm trying to get all these leaves out. Feels like it's already fall, for Christ's sakes, man, with the amount that falls off this tree. Good grief. It is what it is, though, man. If you're in the back countries, be going through the same problem, right? So, good enough. That's why I got my gloves on. So, anyways, so yeah, so that's what I'm done for now. I have to still go to the store and get some things for Mama Dearest before anything else happens. So I know some people have asked me regarding road trip. When will the road trip start? It was kind of funny because I just had someone asking me about that yesterday, and my answer is maybe I'm going to take a look at Google Maps to see what's available around here. I don't really want to be doing street parking, right? I want to do something where it's going to be kind of like adventurous. I want to find out where the free parking kind of thing is going to be, and try and get a taste of that. You know, work myself into it, kind of thing. So that's my goal anyway. But if I have to do street parking or by, you know, for an example, like by a Walmart or whatever, then so be it. Then I have to do it, right? By means that my windows will have to be blocked out. Woo-wee! Dang! You see all that? That poor girl over there, she's a flagger. She doesn't have a mask, right? And holy crap. Oh, the amount of dust. Jesus. So anyways, yeah, so there's still a little bit of work to be done in here. Well, cleaning up wise now, right? And of course, making that station there better. So it's one hell of a learning experience, man. It really is. But I think, number one, I've learned how to gain a little bit of patience, okay? I've still got impatience in me. Right, you know, because when I'm starting to learn something and I'm doing it by myself and I don't know what I'm doing, I do get frustrated easily, right? It's like I just want to give up. On the contrary, when you're fighting anxiety and depression at the same time, it makes it even a hell of some car just came by through it. Sorry guys, dust got in my mouth. And anyways, so yeah, when you're battling those two mental illnesses combined, okay, it's hard to get motivated to do anything, especially when you have no help. You know, I have to really, with everything I've done in here, which was a Mickey Mouse job, okay, and I'll admit that it's a Mickey Mouse job. But you know what? For my first time doing it, I'm not going to complain. I have my mom to thank, because if it wasn't for her being around me every single day saying, get out there, get it done. And then I got Robin, Karen, my son, who I talk to almost every single night. Okay. You know, there's a bunch of people, you know, have all said, you know, that if I could just find it in me to accomplish this, and it's going to bring my motivation back, knowing that I've accomplished something, and maybe I can carry on with that going onto the road, knowing that, hey, I made this, right? And it's very basic. And I also have to thank my buddy Byron, Clumsy with Coffee, on TikTok. He built out his own bed, brackets, screws, nails, the whole 9 yards. I showed him what my idea was, and he said, hey, if they make that work, good luck, right? And look what I've done. So yeah, am I gonna have to leave some things behind? Maybe, right? So, but however, what I do want to know is from any of you guys that are Canadian, okay? Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I need to know what company is the best insurance. Okay, so when you're a traveler, you break down somewhere, and they're willing to travel to wherever it is, you know, to help you out. I want to know what company. Besides for BCAA, because I think BCAA sucks. Honestly, everything they offer, I can do myself, except for a tow, which they will charge extra for. So, is there any other company out there that would be good? Besides for a bank. I'm still contemplating talking to my bank about it, right? So let me know down below. Or if you feel like that you have to email me the information, then, you know, go ahead, feel free. I don't want any clowns contacting me, and they know who they are. So, because they will get reported. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So, yeah, once this stuff gets cleared up, I'm gonna be so happy with the work I've done. Despite even those two stands there look like crap. So, anyways, I'm gonna get going here. I gotta go make sure Mom's eating lunch. I have to go to the store and grab her some stuff. I want to go to Lorico, grab the Gorilla Glue. I have to go find a card. What else was there? I think that's it. And I might try and find a saw for my one tool so I can get that thing accomplished. Otherwise, we're pretty much almost set. And we've got weeks to go. So maybe now what I can do is miraculously take these next bunch of days out and I don't know, try and find a way to make money somehow. So I've had no leads, so it is what it is. So, gotta go. So if you guys like this video, if you guys want to see more of what's going to be happening in my life, because it is a journey, good way to put it, eh? Subscribe, share, like, and comment. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. That's, of course, if you guys made it this far. Have a good one, guys.